What I am about to reveal to you has been whispered in the shadows of ancient Jerusalem for over 3,000 years. A prayer so powerful, so divinely orchestrated, that when spoken at the exact moment the sun breaks the horizon, it activates a spiritual force that kings, emperors, and billionaires have used to unlock doors that were sealed shut by human hands, by circumstances, by fate itself. Listen to me carefully. Right now, as you watch this, there are doors in your life that are closed. Doors to abundance, doors to healing, doors to relationships, doors to opportunities that would transform everything. And you have tried everything. You have knocked, you have pushed, you have pleaded, but they remain shut. But what if I told you that there is a moment each day, a sacred window of exactly 7 minutes when heaven and earth align, when the Creator himself listens with an intensity he reserves for no other time? What if I told you that the billionaires you admire, the leaders who seem to have supernatural favor, the families who experience miracle after miracle, they know this secret. They perform this sunrise ritual. And the universe bends to their words. This is not philosophy. This is not motivation. This is ancient technology. Hebrew wisdom that has been hidden, protected, kept from the masses because of its raw, unstoppable power. Today, you will learn it. Today, everything changes. But first, I must ask you something, and I need you to answer this honestly in your heart. What is the one door in your life that you have been standing in front of, knocking, praying, crying, begging for it to open, but it remains locked? Is it financial breakthrough? Is it a relationship that has been severed? Is it a health crisis that has no solution? Is it a dream that everyone told you was impossible? Hold that image in your mind, because by the end of this teaching, you will have the key. If you are here, it is not an accident. You have been guided. Subscribe to this channel and become part of a community that walks in ancient power and modern miracles. Ring the bell, because what I share here is not available anywhere else. Let us walk this path together. In the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 3, King David wrote something that most people read but never truly understand. He said, "My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up." But in the original Hebrew, the word for morning is boker, and this word does not simply mean morning. It means the breaking, the splitting, the moment of separation between darkness and light. It is the exact instant when the first ray of sun pierces the darkness. Not after sunrise, not during sunrise, but the precise second when light conquers night. The ancient rabbis understood something that has been lost to modern spirituality. They knew that this moment, this 7-minute window at dawn, is when the gates of heaven swing wide open. The Zohar, the most sacred text of Kabbalah, calls this Sha'at Haratzon, the hour of divine favor. During this time, prayers do not just ascend, they are accelerated. They are amplified. They bypass every spiritual barrier and land directly in the throne room of the Almighty. Why? Because at sunrise the world is being recreated. Every morning, according to the sages, is a miniature version of the original creation. God is speaking existence into being again. And when you pray during this moment, you are co-creating with Him. You are speaking into the same creative force that said, "Let there be light," and light exploded into existence. This is not superstition. This is cosmic law. Now, let me take you deeper. In Exodus chapter 14, the children of Israel stood at the Red Sea. Behind them, the Egyptian army. In front of them, an ocean, no escape, no hope. They cried out to Moses, and Moses cried out to God. And God said something strange. He said, "Why are you crying to me? Tell the children of Israel to move forward." But here is what most people miss. The sea did not split when Moses prayed. It split when the sun rose. The Midrash tells us that the splitting of the Red Sea happened at dawn, at the exact moment of Boker, the breaking of light. Why? Because that is when God's mercy is freshest. That is when His power is most available. That is when impossibilities become possibilities. The sunrise prayer is not just about asking God for things. It is about aligning yourself with the frequency of divine intervention. You are positioning yourself at the intersection of heaven and earth, at the exact moment when miracles are manufactured. Think about your closed doors, your Red Sea, your impossible situation. You have been praying at the wrong time. You have been knocking when the door is locked from the inside. But at sunrise, the locks disengage. The hinges are oiled. The door is ready to swing open. All it needs is your voice. In Kabbalah, we learn about the concept of chesed, hesed, which means loving kindness, mercy, divine favor. And the Kabbalists teach that each hour of the day is governed by a different spiritual force, but the sunrise hour is governed by pure, unfiltered chesed. This is the hour when God's mercy flows like a river, when his desire to bless you is at its peak. Imagine a king who wakes up in the morning, refreshed, in a good mood, ready to grant favors. That is the King of Kings at sunrise. He is not angry, he is not distant, he is listening, eager, waiting for his children to ask him for the impossible. But here is the secret within the secret. The sunrise prayer must be spoken with kavanah, which means intention, focus, depth. You cannot just recite words. You must feel them. You must see the door opening as you speak. You must taste the breakthrough. You must inhale the fragrance of answered prayer. When you combine the timing of sunrise with the intensity of kavanah, you create a spiritual explosion. You generate a force field of faith that punches through every obstacle, every delay, every closed door, and things begin to move, supernaturally, rapidly, undeniably. Now, let me show you something most rabbis will never teach. The Hebrew word for door is delayt, and the numerical value of this word in gematria is 434. But if you add the letters of boker, morning, you get 302. And if you add them together, 434 plus 302, you get 736. Now, 736 is the numerical value of the phrase Petach Shamayim, which means the opening of heaven. Do you see it? The door, delet, plus the morning, boker, equals the opening of heaven. This is not coincidence. This is divine mathematics. This is God encoding the secret into the very fabric of Hebrew language. When you pray at sunrise, you are not just opening doors on earth. You are opening heaven itself. You are creating a portal, and through that portal flows provision, healing, favor, love, protection, and supernatural opportunities that were invisible to you before. This is why the billionaires pray at dawn. This is why the CEOs, the kings, the generals, the healers, they all guard this hour, because they understand that the first hour determines the entire day. Win the morning, win the day. Win the day, win the life. So here is what you must do. Tomorrow morning, set your alarm for 30 minutes before sunrise. Check the exact time in your city. When you wake up, do not check your phone. Do not turn on the television. Do not dive into the chaos of the world. Instead, wash your face, drink water, and step outside or stand by a window where you can see the horizon. As the sun begins to rise, as that first sliver of light appears, speak these words from your heart. Creator of the universe, as you are opening the day, open every door that has been closed in my life. Open the door to provision. Open the door to healing. Open the door to love. Open the door to purpose. I stand in the gate of dawn, and I declare that no man, no circumstance, no force in hell or on earth can keep shut what you have opened. Let your favor surround me like a shield. Let your light guide my path. I receive the breakthrough today. Amen. Speak it with everything in you. See the doors opening. Feel the shift. And then, throughout the day, walk in the confidence that something has been unlocked. Do not analyze, do not doubt, just believe. Just move forward. But there is one more layer. After you speak the prayer, stand in silence for 60 seconds. Close your eyes and visualize the door you have been standing in front of for so long. See it clearly. See the wood. See the lock. And now, in your mind's eye, watch as a golden light surrounds that door. Watch as the lock clicks open. Watch as the door swings wide, and watch yourself walking through it into a new reality. This is not wishful thinking. This is quantum faith. This is what the prophets did. This is what Abraham did when he believed God for a son in his old age. He saw it before it happened, and the universe rearranged itself to match his vision. Let me tell you about David. David was a businessman in Tel Aviv, and for 3 years he had been trying to secure a contract with a major corporation. 3 years of presentations, 3 years of rejections, 3 years of doors slamming in his face. He was on the verge of bankruptcy. His wife was losing faith. His children were confused about why their father was always stressed. One day, David came across this teaching, and something inside him said, "Try it." The next morning, he woke up before dawn. He went to his rooftop, and as the sun broke over the Mediterranean Sea, he spoke the sunrise prayer with tears streaming down his face. He shouted, "Open the door, God. Open it now." That same day, at 10:47 a.m., his phone rang. It was the CEO of the company that had rejected him. The CEO said, "David, I don't know why, but I feel like we need to work with you. Let's sign the contract." David fell to his knees. The contract was worth $4.2 million. It saved his business. It restored his family. And now, every single morning, David prays at sunrise. He says, "I will never miss this hour again. It is my secret weapon." Then there was Sarah. 7 years of silence, 7 years of pain. The door to reconciliation seemed welded shut. Sarah had tried letters, phone calls, mediators. Nothing worked. Her daughter refused to speak to her. Sarah heard about the sunrise prayer from a friend. She was skeptical, but she was also desperate, so she began the practice. Every morning at dawn, she would stand on her porch and pray. Father, open the door between my daughter and me. Soften her heart. Let healing flow. On the 9th morning, Sarah's phone buzzed. It was a text message from her daughter. It said, "Mom, I don't know why, but I woke up this morning thinking about you. Can we talk?" Sarah collapsed. She called her daughter. They talked for 3 hours. They cried, they forgave, they healed, and now they see each other every week. Sarah says, "That sunrise prayer didn't just open a door. It resurrected a relationship I thought was dead forever." And then there was little Emmanuel. Emmanuel was only 9 years old, but he understood something profound. His father had lost his job and the family was about to lose their home. Emmanuel heard his parents crying at night. And one morning, Emmanuel woke up early, walked to the window, and as the sun rose, he prayed in his child's voice, "God, please help my daddy find work. Please open a door for us." 3 days later, Emmanuel's father received a phone call from a company he had applied to 6 months earlier. They said, "We know this is unusual, but a position just opened up, and we believe you're the right fit. Can you start next week?" Emmanuel's father started the job. The salary was double what he had made before. The family kept their home. And Emmanuel's father now wakes him up every morning at sunrise, and they pray together. This is what happens when you pray at the breaking of light. Children's prayers are answered, families are restored, hopeless situations become testimonies. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Rabbi, I am not spiritual enough for this. I don't know Hebrew. I don't know the Torah. How can I access this power? Let me stop you right there. This prayer is not about your knowledge, it is about your heart. God does not care if you can recite the Shema in perfect Hebrew. He cares if you show up. He cares if you are sincere. He cares if you are desperate enough to wake up early and meet him at the gate of dawn. Abraham did not go to seminary. Moses stuttered. David was a shepherd boy. But they all had one thing in common. They showed up. They positioned themselves, and God moved on their behalf. You do not need to be a scholar. You just need to be present. But Rabbi, what if I have tried everything and nothing works? What if I am too broken? What if my situation is too far gone? Listen to me. The Red Sea was too far gone. Lazarus was too far gone. He was dead for 4 days. The prodigal son was too far gone. But God specializes in impossible situations. He waits until things are so broken that only he can fix them. Why? So that when the door opens, everyone knows it was him. Your situation is not too far gone. It is perfectly positioned for a sunrise miracle. Stop disqualifying yourself. Stop believing the lies that say you are beyond help. You are not. You are reading this right now because heaven is preparing to move on your behalf. But Rabbi, what if I miss a day? What if I am not consistent? Then start again. Grace is new every morning. If you miss a sunrise, catch the next one. This is not about perfection. This is about direction. God is not looking for perfect people. He is looking for willing people. So even if you start and stop, even if you stumble, keep coming back to the dawn. Keep showing up. Consistency will come as you see the results. Now, let me give you the advanced key. The upgrade, the level 2 wisdom that only the inner circle knows. When you pray at sunrise, hold something in your hand that represents the closed door. If it is a financial door, hold a coin. If it is a health door, hold a picture of yourself healthy. If it is a relationship door, hold a photo of that person. And as you pray, lift that object toward the rising sun. Let the first rays of light touch it. This is a physical act of faith. You are declaring, as this object is touched by your light, so is my situation touched by your power. The prophets used physical objects. Moses had a staff. Elijah had a mantle. You have something in your hand. Use it. Activate it. Let it become a point of contact for supernatural intervention. Here is your challenge. For the next 30 days, wake up at sunrise, speak the prayer, visualize the door opening, hold your object of faith. Do this every single day for 30 days. Mark it on your calendar. Do not break the chain. Why 30 days? Because in Kabbalah, 30 days is a full spiritual cycle. It is enough time for a new reality to solidify. It is enough time for heaven to rearrange circumstances. It is enough time for your faith to become unshakable. And I promise you this, if you do this faithfully for 30 days, you will see doors open that you did not even know existed. You will receive opportunities that make no logical sense. You will experience favor that leaves you speechless. This is not hype. This is ancient technology. This is how the universe works. And now as we close, I want to speak a blessing over you. Wherever you are right now, receive this. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob open every door that has been shut in your life. May He turn your mourning into dancing, your weeping into laughter, your desperation into testimony. May the sunrise hour become your power hour. May your prayers pierce the heavens and return to you loaded with blessings you did not even ask for. May no weapon formed against you prosper. May every plot, every scheme, every curse, every evil word spoken over your life fall to the ground powerless. May you walk through doors that kings could not open. May you access resources that billionaires cannot touch. May your name be written in the book of divine favor. May your children be blessed. May your health be restored. May your mind be at peace. May your heart be full of hope. And may you look back 1 year from now and say, that sunrise prayer changed everything. Go now, set your alarm. Prepare your heart. Tomorrow morning, meet me at the gate of dawn, and let us watch together as heaven opens and pours out blessings you do not have room enough to receive. Shalom, shalom, shalom.